this government want to spend billions on building the third runway at Heathrow, which comes out of the government purse to do. Okay? We're saying we're not going to do that, we're going to spend it on building these high-speed rail links. Now, some of that will be an upgrade of existing infrastructure, some of it will be new track. But overall, it's looking at things like, first of all, we should be awarding 30-year franchises. Awarding a 5-year franchise to Virgin Rail, which company in their right mind is going to invest £2 billion in a service which they might lose in 5 years' time? If they've got it for 20 to 30 years, they will invest that money. Okay. Secondly, if we invest the money now, we will increase the patronage. If we increase the patronage, they will increase their profits. It will go down. The problem they've got at the moment is that the government are willing to give them the freedom to have those long contracts, that people say, well, is the price going to shoot up because it's going to cost a lot to build these things, without looking at, we've got to be, in my mind, doing a 50-year plan. Okay? What do we want Britain to look like 50 years from now? Okay? And in my opinion, that a proper high-speed rail link like the French, which actually then makes it much more efficient for people to go to major cities in this country by train rather than by air. I mean, Leeds to London, you know, a lot of people, rich businessmen, they go by plane.
I've travelled Leeds to London. I go by car, by train and by air.
Yeah.
In terms of timing, there is very little difference between the three of them. By the time you spend waiting around in the airports and the time that you're waiting for connections with trains,
your experience
and then travelling to your location in London.
Your experience is that today there's little time difference between doing either one.
The flights are a fraction of the cost of the other two methods of transport.
Yeah. Absolutely, I agree with that. But the key thing is that first of all we can reduce the time with high-speed rail links, so that will be cheaper. The second thing is that looking at subsidy policy, taxation policy, is to look at how we want to approach the green agenda, the environmental issue. Now, we don't have any fast policies on that at the moment. There's no major economic policy being laid down because we are facing this bankrupt situation, as I said. But we are talking seriously about investment in the environment. And part of that investment could be subsidy into train fares to get people out of planes. These are the things which we need to look at. Now, the thing which first is going to be chucked at us is they're going to say it's illegal to the European Union, because you can't subsidise industry. And these are the sort of things where I think we should turn around and say, don't care, going to do it. That's what the French do. That's what they've done with their car industry. That's what they do with their train services. I mean, you know, it's got to stop this us being the golden good boys of Europe. And actually, we've got to work for what's good for this country.